So first and foremost, thank you to all the new followers, all the people who made the last video completely explode. Very humbled, very happy that you guys like this in-depth look at the energy industry. For a bit more introduction, my name is Joe Bertel. I run Prosody Group, a PR firm down here in Houston. I come from an extensive energy and political background, primarily on the PR and spokesperson side. Did 10 years in DC and 11 years here in Houston. On this feed, we talk about energy issues across the board: oil and gas, power and utilities, clean energy, etc., interspersed with my efforts to train for half and full marathons. So that's kind of the hook. We do a little fitness, we do a little energy. On to today's news. So a few stories I wanted to highlight as we head into the weekend, and for my runners, your long runs. First of all, PJM, the big RTO that serves 13 states and has just been having a time of it lately. This week, they put forth a new plan to try and expedite or change the way that the interconnection queue and that some of the processes within their service territory were approved to alleviate the spike in prices that we have seen. The utilities and other concerned groups within their service territory basically said, nope, scrap it, don't want that. Just focus on doing what you're supposed to do better. Ethan Howland over at Utility Dive has been reporting extensively on PJM, doing a terrific job. Make sure you go check out that story. Second, I noted that Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez put out a release yesterday talking about how there is going to be a forthcoming study on the impact of AI data centers and electricity bills. Watch this one, guys. First of all, you're talking about AOC, one of the most well-known and by many well-liked members of the Democratic Party, certainly somebody who's generating some presidential buzz for 2028. This indicates that the Democrats probably believe this is a very good issue for them. Keep in mind, as we said before, there are 36 gubernatorial elections next year. And in all but 10 states across the country, governors appoint the public utility commissions that approve rate hikes. So if you are a governor who's running for re-election and are suddenly faced with having to be accountable for the actions and price increases approved by your utility board, whether in the best interest of the public or not, that's going to be a tough political issue. Keep an eye on that. In the same vein, the NAACP, in partnership with a host of other social justice groups, put out a sort of a warning today about a framework they expect to see from tech companies regarding a number of different environmental and social factors in areas where they are building data centers. Now, there's a bit of a test case of this going on down in Memphis, where the NAACP and a host of other groups are protesting the XAI data center that is planned to go in Memphis over air quality, noise issues, etc. I would keep an eye on this one. It'll be interesting to see what the response and really what the effectiveness of this is. Finally, word that Dominion Energy in Virginia, really kind of the home to the modern data center boom, is planning to raise their rates again. This is going to be a really interesting and highly watched rate case. I also noted that they are proposing a new price class for users of data centers. A couple problems here. Number one, the specificity that they put forth is going to impact companies like grocery stores that are also large load users. They use a lot of power to run their operations. What the impact of that will be? Are they going to grandfather in the old businesses? But secondly, guys, this is a larger, more dangerous issue. Look, the whole idea of the utility industry is that everybody can access it. If you start setting up tariffs or different cost structures based for how people are using that power, that is a very slippery slope. And look, given the way that our politics work, you know that it's only a matter of time until somebody highlights, well, that's a fossil fuel user in a blue state. Or, hey, that is another user I don't like in a red state. We can't take the risk of fundamentally undermining the whole purpose of the utility industry simply because we're caught in what really is going to be a multi-year, but kind of a blip on the screen in the larger context of all of this. So look,